New map, new look, more fun.
New perspective of things, I suppose, as well. Everyone's starting to get the lay of the land a little bit and how things are going to be going down. Note, VP may make some slight adjustments here. We did see on social media that they were looking to capitalize on the fact that 4am and... Oh, hold for a second. Digital Athletics didn't go to the usual spot, so the J compound, where we always seem to see some absolutely useless action, is no longer theirs. They're no longer in this lobby, so they can continue forward and they'll be able to take up that residency within there. So VP, a bit more stable, a bit more central position within the map. That's kind of what I see. I want to see a preemptive push here. So from Zenith, for a field, only team that's really not into it's quite hard to see because they are blue also, the same as the blue. It's all the way on the east. You can see Afreeca Freecs coming in. And this is where you start to see teams that have booked those 2-2 position in, start to reconsolidate themselves and basically just claim what they got earlier on.
Okay, I was about to talk about this compound. It looks like FaZe did beat Na'Vi here. It's a tricky compound. It gets prime late game. And again, here's the God compound being fought for between MCG, Multi-Sonic Gaming, and Virtus.pro. Now, Batulin's happy to take that fight after Lingdu's attention was drawn elsewhere, but you can see Lu has now pushed himself out from the compound and found Summer lurking on the ridgeline. So Virtus.pro looking like they've claimed their authority, at least for now, but Tank's still around, and as is Evil Lee. So it's not quite clear just yet if it's a complete safe grab, but it looks, I'd say, Virtus.pro have at least the good footing in this compound, and it's a wonderful one to go forward. If it does go for a northern shift next circle, this is your big spot. However, if it stays towards the south, you'll say the likes of FaZe, maybe Zenith, Liquid, even Ence start to become a little bit more of a conversation piece. But speaking of Liquid, one just got knocked there.
Yeah, Mexi went down, and that's Kickstart at distance, all the way up on the top of the quarry. They're actually in the compound that Kickstart was taking residency in. So they move forward, and he's up on top of the hillside, been able to get that one more ping. Or get it. Mings does find it. Kemba will fall. They should be able to get the revive there. I'd anticipate they use the smokes and get the cross, especially if Senya can just provide the cover fire necessary for him to make that run. If he does go down during that run, it will be devastating, with Besto also falling early. Na'Vi again. Yeah, they're going to deny the res, and I'm completely fine with this one. It not only denies the res, it denies the compound. It puts Na'Vi in such a strenuous position out on the outskirts. They're basically just scrapping for pieces at the moment, and with only 3 points, Lauren. Across
one. Ence have moved in slightly towards Quarry, and yes, it does seem as though Tianba are wanting to maintain this territory, and Na'Vi are down to 1. This has been a very underwhelming performance from Na'Vi.
Yeah, Na'Vi, unfortunately. Yeah, there's not much to be said here. I like that Tianba's actually pressuring it and keeping that pressure on just to force them into retreat mode. Senya will go into the compounds, but really, how hard can you hold such a large compound on your own against any 4 stacks that want to approach this one? We'll move on to another fight. Gen.G have found Daytrade all the way up at the top. Instant knock from Pio, goes in with a grenade. The follow-up, it could be there. Even if it doesn't find the target on the floor, it'll do damage also. Onto Venotica on the back lines as well. The bombardment just keeps on going. That's the Pio in tandem. 1-2, thank you. Last person there to try and seal the deal. And Daytrade Gaming. Well, well, well. It goes from bad to good to worse instantly. What a difference games can make. VP, same scenario. We're just moving back and forth because now land is becoming so sparse. All these fights will basically initiate instantly.
This is so brutal. Okay, you've got Ence dealing with TSG and then shoot to kill in the backlines. You have VP and Liquid on holding up so good. I'm going to say it right now. They look a little flustered by this. If he's out on a little bit of an island, but he's trying to keep some territory for himself. Kurt's going to at least flush towards Sia. That's going to be that TSG fight with Ence on the other side towards Quarry, northeast on the map. The more central fight was that VP Liquid one. Bit of a stalemate. No one's winning that just yet. But if Zenith turn their attention, they could potentially see it. For now, we wait and see who becomes maybe the victor from this, because TSG, Shoot to Kill, LG Divine, T1 and Gen.G all have to move into the circle on this kind of northeast eastern side. Uncivil keeping a good track on Volley Bear, stunner of a shot. Uncivil quickly puts him down, opens up a gateway and says, boys, all right, we've got to wait forward. And I've got vision on...
Just mutual destruction between those two in the middle. Other North Americans just laying from the sidelines. That's a nice peek round the corner. Damage will initially be done. Lays on the floor. And he gets the kill. The trade-off's there, but it's totally fine. He manages to at least save the day. the res. Is it even possible? Probably not. Squeaky a bridge too far, rather unfortunately. Shoot to kill now work their way up slowly but surely into the quarry. They will take position where TSG did fall. Squeaky has just been allowed a small window of opportunity. That was tiny because STK was so hot on the heels of him. To be able to bring one back to life, it's fantastic. And residency, and they will control that. It puts Ence in a very precarious position down low in the quarry. If the circle's unfavorable to them, which it still kind of is because
They've gone past FaZe's area. They've continued forward. This is not a quiet place to be trying to head towards. This is a blind send at this point. They were far off in the southeast, so continuing they go. Jeems doesn't want it. He was to try and feed them towards Afreeca Freecs, which he's done. Oh, I almost hits him on the way through. Hansier is alive, but only for so long. Jun's going to find him, and there you go. Quickly gets himself in. Clib helps himself to a free frag there on towards Turtle, but Afreeca Freecs are holding the line for at least some part of this. Not going down easily, but not being able to get the flushes either.
He did not anticipate that vehicle just ramming the side of the building. Ultimately, it deflected the molly. It put it on the ground and did a fair amount of damage, but it completely caught the solo player from Afreeca Freecs off guard. The rest of them try and dispatch the team as they enter for LG Divine, but there is one inside the building, so if they're not quick on the draw, if they're not there to commit to the frags, I think maybe LG Divine somehow survives, and all 4 players get back on their feet. Ionix, down but not out. Relo sees him at distance. Confirms the kill instantly with the SLR, and the trade-off's done. Snake is in the back burner, unfortunately falls victim to it. Relo at the back, and then the distance Balefrost to watch the low push. Has he seen him? If he's got the drop on him, which he has, it'll stop the advancement for all but a second, but this blue Lauren is ticking away.
Just a touch, isn't it? Like, look at this. It's going to start chunking through these players. It's going to be forced in, and Gen.G are down. Alo, they're burning alive. And again, bit of a stalemate until they're forced to fight, but I'm looking at Oath to see where they try and pull up. There's the first blood drawn. Alo done at least a good chunk of damage to a Chimboy, but there, as said, T1 are watching all of this go down. They will not be absent from the fight, but they're certainly going to go hold back unless they have to force their hand.
And eventually it's going to turn into a North American three-way. You've got Oath just down the roadside from this one. Luke, that is a belter. A complete belter of a molly.
Oh,
just
my
distinguishes
God.
all of Zenith, essentially, and puts one now. Be aware of that prospect, because if it happens, it'll be devastating for T1 if they've not kept track of them.
It's not too far from my mind. Shoot to kill still on the push though. After that knock towards kickstart, it's probably time to try and take that space, move up clear as they go. There are problems though. You've got Roth on the other side. Good shot from Roth, but there's a trade out coming in. Simply outnumbered here, but there's Oath. Oh, it's pure NA action. This is horrible stuff for any North American fans. No one wins cleanly in these scenarios. Alo's been flushed. Oath still holds 3 on this ridge for now, and they're going to start sweeping up and over. You can see Shoot to Killer down to just Luke as it stands. And at the present, it looks like Zenith have been eliminated from this one, at least for now. As I got to say, it looks like Oath will clean this side up unless Luke pulls off a bit of a miracle trying to dodge around. Great shot towards Reload, but he needs more than just that. T1 not making this easy either, and there it is. Oath are the only survivors of the South Side massacre.
You've still got in the middle a bit of European action. It's actually quite a hot circle, and you've got FaZe one side, Team Liquid, and then VP the other. LG Divine, all 4 major priority compounds taken away, and everybody else just hoping for something to happen. Finally, Ence, show hand, 1 HP left on the side of Aqua 5 and Starlord 4 simultaneously, and we spoke about this prospect. T1, not keeping track of what's going on, are being broken apart from 2 different angles.
Ence appeared out of nowhere by all accounts for T1. They had no clue that Ence were here. You can see it. They were completely open to the side. They simply did not believe the team would still be here. And the 2 remaining members of Ence are still going to try and do the damage they can to T1. Take down anyone that's in front of them. Diggory with a bit of damage, but you can see in the kill feed, Ibby's found at least some of Tianba. I guess they made a desperation play and tried to move in towards LG Divine, but couldn't make the play across towards Liquid. There you go, another one falls. Diggory going to sweep through. Ada's still alive, but barely. The Molotov keeping the top of that ridgeline at least safe for now, but Rello tries to go for a peek, but receives shots in the back line, so you can't be doing that. Diggory! Yes, he gets it. Okay, Ence alive with 1. Squeaky can get picked up, but Oath are very aware of this, and that blue is moving in.
It comes over. Senya? Okay. Okay, didn't anticipate that one as the lone man, just from nowhere. Pops in an aid and takes control of the compound for himself. All the smokes now, I think. Squeaky might just be out of range of the res. If he can get closer, maybe he can give the smokes away to Diggory. Let him try and fortify something together. The wall will be built, and the run will unfold. Uber comes in to actually lend him a hand. Sees him in the distance as Oaf try and make something towards the rest of Ence, or the solo player, should I say. And well, what we theorized essentially came true. T1 just didn't know. Ence went in that compound way before T1 arrived.
Everyone will be looking. Let's see where they go towards. They know that maybe it's only 1 or 2 individuals left towards that hillside, so that might be the best opportunity rather than going towards the compounds. And that seems to be the case. This will open up a chance for potentially Pack Caps or Diggory. But again, this is going to be a tricky one to fight considering that they are both snakes on this side. And AT's held himself back. Spots out Pack Caps, puts some shots down range. Diggory, hello, peeks over the ridgeline, says goodbye to Pack Caps. And now they kind of know how the scenario is starting to unfold. If they've been able to keep good track, they'll know there's only one up there. Batulins deals with him. And welcome to PEL, I guess? FaZe, Liquid, Virtus.pro, Na'Vi. Alright. FaZe with 4, Liquid with 3, VP with 3, and James with a shot towards AT. That's not bad at all. And the flush for Hiruzen, though. Virtus.pro nabbed that in the pocket. That's a point. Hold a good majority of this. It's not easy, though. They have to move further in. But I'd say the bigger problems are with the likes of Liquid, with the likes of VP. They're still a bit cautious of other snakes potentially in that field with Gustav. No one is out there yet. Senya could have been one, but he hasn't started that move, and he's going to have to start moving pretty soon.
Clib is holding him at gunpoint. Eventually will make the run and he should be seen. The question is Clib's attention drawn when the nades come through? FaZe decide to disengage. They will let the fight go on between VP and Team Liquid, and they will take us a better position within the central area, ready for everyone to return to them. And that's fine because, again, you have this slight elevation to this compound. They will have to run an open ridgeline. It's as simple as that. They have the vehicles, so they either just book it in the vehicles and full send it, or they die in an open, barren hillside. That's, you know, and that's kind of what they've opted for. For FaZe, they could have stayed there. They could have actually keep people in check. But again, they have to be aware of the things that are coming from above. Having that one player in the middle is not strong enough, and he has made it to a hay bale. I have no idea how. It is a big problem, and again, and it all comes off the back of Team Liquid just being completely demoralized by VP in the distance. They've lost so many players. They lost track of what was going on. Finally, Na'Vi's gone. The one player removed. But it comes down to one player in Liquid. If he gets the res off onto Clib, it would need to be quick here with the blue on the back. Is it in? Is it possible?
I don't know if that player can even get a res at this point. No, look at it. Lose straight away. Finds Ibby. Clib does get back up and trying to stay. Oh, Clib! What? How the hell did you just do that? But all this builds surely towards a FaZe win. But here is it. Oh my god, Liquid outlived them. Insane shot from Clib.